How many times you have started hours-long podcast and never able to finish, and when you went back, you find it difficult to connect with podcast. To avoid that, please subscribe to most advanced, featured, and accurate channel, Quick Podcast Summaries. Stephen Bartlett was forced into a bet with his team. They're about to hit 10 million subscribers on YouTube, and they want to have a massive party for the people who have worked on the show for years behind the scenes. So, they asked him to contribute $1 to the celebration fund for every new subscriber they get in the next 30 days.
Alex Hormozi from Acquisition.com helps entrepreneurs scale their businesses. He creates content that assists people in getting off the ground, growing from 1 million to 10 million, and even exiting their businesses. Alex believes that his frameworks can help any business navigate strategic decisions and get the highest potential return for their time.
He thinks that if his conversation with Stephen can provide a framework that immediately applies to someone's business and helps them move 5 years forward in their career, it's a pretty good return on time.
For people just starting out, Alex thinks they often look for tactics to immediately help them start a business. However, what they actually need is the courage to be willing to be wrong and to have shame by failing at things in front of people whose opinions they care about. Alex had to overcome this himself, and it was one of the hardest things he had to get over. He thinks that's why his message resonates with a lot of people, because it was so hard for him to get over. Alex didn't always have an easy time. He had a job in high school and immediately out of college. He had a clear career path, but when he saw the people 20 years ahead of him, he didn't want their life. He realized that he was living his life to win someone else's game, and that was a hard pill to swallow. Alex had to accept that his father would never talk to him again if he pursued his own dreams. He had to be okay with that and take the leap. Alex thinks that fear is a major obstacle for many people. He believes that fear is a mile wide but an inch deep. Once you take the first step, you realize that it's not as scary as you thought. Alex had to overcome his fear of his father's judgment and take a minimum wage job as a personal trainer to learn the gym business. It was a difficult decision, but it was ultimately how he broke free.
Stephen agrees with Alex that fear is a major obstacle. He thinks that uncertainty is something that humans are allergic to, and they'd rather have the certain misery of their current situation than uncertainty.
Alex thinks that courage is not acting without fear, but despite fear. He believes that if you allow fear to change your behavior in an aversive way, that's when you can call yourself a coward.
Stephen asks Alex if there's a framework for knowing when to quit.
Alex thinks that there's a mathematical approach to it. If you've saved up 3 to 6 months of personal savings, shifted something that can generate income on the side, and demonstrated that income for 3 to 6 months, then it might be time to quit your job. However, Alex thinks that this is rarely the reason people don't quit their job. The real reason is often fear or uncertainty.
Stephen thinks that there are 2 reasons why someone might quit something. It's hard or it's not moving them towards a meaningful goal.
Alex agrees and thinks that if something is hard but moving you towards a meaningful goal, then it's worth continuing. However, if it's hard and not moving you towards a meaningful goal, then it might be time to consider quitting.
Alex thinks that his story and Stephen's story have some similarities. They both had to overcome their parents' disapproval and take a risk to pursue their dreams. However, Alex thinks that the key difference is that he was aware of the risks, whereas Stephen was naive and didn't realize the risks involved.
Alex believes that it's essential to consider the alternate path and the guarantee of outcome when making decisions. If you have a guarantee of an outcome you don't want, it might be worth taking the risk and pursuing something else. If you want to listen to the complete summary, please subscribe to Quick Podcast Summaries on Spotify and Apple Podcasts for less than the price of candy in most places, and you can save an average of 15 to 20 hours per week of your precious time. It's a great way to stay informed while saving time.